Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Several teachers across the island say they have not received this month's salary. JTA dissatisfied with the situation. Several teachers across the island say they have not received this month's salary. The affected educators are calling on the Jamaica Teachers Association JTA to investigate the matter and to ensure that effective mechanisms are installed to ensure this incident does not occur. Checks made by reporters reveal that some teachers associated with schools in Clarendon received their salaries while others from the same institutions were not paid. The disgruntled teachers say they were not informed of challenges by the Education Ministry, nor when the matter will be resolved. The teachers say it is not the first time they have been having this issue with their pay. Meantime, JTA President Cassandra Harrison expressed dissatisfaction with the situation. Mrs. Harrison explains that it is clear that many of the nation's educators will have to experience further financial challenges due to this incident. Noting that teachers are already living on poor salaries, she says this incident will make their living situation worse.
While the data pours in for collation to be sent to the Ministry of Education, let it be known that this is highly unacceptable. Teachers who are already underpaid will now have to find additional sums to offset arrears in which their loans will now fall. The teacher again must bear this burden. Who truly cares? What is worst? The association nor the board of management of any institution, to the best of my knowledge, have not received any communication from the Ministry of Education and Youth to inform us of these delays. Absolutely no professional courtesy have been extended to us as teachers. This financial challenge is further compounded by the non-payment of grants to some schools. Creditors are now up in arms. Principals are embarrassed and in hiding owing to their inability to settle debts. What is really going on?
Another round of protests in Trelawny this morning. The mounting of roadblocks continued in sections of Trelawny on October 27. It followed yesterday's protests by residents who blocked the Marthabury to Bounty Hall main road over deplorable road conditions. Reports are that Jackson Town and Barnstable roads were blocked by downed trees and other debris from 6 a.m. Reporters understand that several Westwood school students had to return home due to the road blockage. Driver of the school bus, Maurice Walford, said that he was transporting 28 students to school when he was informed of the roadblocks.
This morning when I wake up, there's a guy called me, one of my drivers. He lives in Retreat in Brownstown, and he told me that the road is blocked. So I tell him that I will still go and try this morning. But when I went to Oteras and pick up the kids and reach part on the road, they are all saying that the road is blocked and no one can pass here. So we stop at CLM at CLM, and the principal said he will get back to us after a while. So after the principal get back to us, she said we must turn back with the kids. Well, I don't really feel good about it, you know. So I want to go to school, I don't really feel good about it. Yeah, don't feel good about it. Because it's having so much time, and you know, and we just have COVID just pass. So, I mean, they have to go now an online class because there are some teachers who were sending out this morning that they would have online class before we even leave Butcher.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness calls for more people to become involved in public service to aid in finding solutions. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has called on more people to become involved in politics or join the public service as part of efforts to find solutions to many challenges Jamaica faces. He noted that persons can serve in various capacities, not only as elected official.
I'm not saying that we need everyone to be a representative, a member of parliament, or a senator. Because the truth of the matter is that the administration of the country does not stop with the executive and the members of parliament. There are boards, public bodies, commissions, think tanks, and the party organization. If we don't get the best and brightest to come into the organization to fulfill all the roles to make Jamaica a great country, then we will always have a class that sits on the periphery and criticize what is happening, but never really come in with the solutions. You know, Robert Lightburn didn't sit on the periphery. He came in. The man who studied law in the United Kingdom was called to do all kinds of work in the United Kingdom. He could have stayed and made his career there. He decided to come back to Jamaica and he co-wrote our national anthem. You could say he is, one of the founding fathers of Jamaican commerce and industry. We need more people like that. We must ensure that we continue to recruit good, solid people into the political ranks. Unfortunately, there is a view that politics is not attracting the best and the brightest. There is also a view that politics is not rewarding enough to attract the best and the brightest, unless you are prepared to do, illegal or corrupt things. There is a view that, I can make my contribution in other ways other than politics. And that may very well be true, but politics remains, in my opinion, the most effective way and the noblest pursuit of securing the welfare and well-being of the whole human race.
JTA President calls for retention of devotions in schools, following MOE's probe to determine protocols for devotional exercises. President of the Jamaica Teachers Association, Lasandra Harrison, is calling for the retention of devotions in the country schools. This after the Education Ministry noted yesterday on October 26 that it has launched an investigation to help determine the protocols for school devotion exercises. The ministry's announcement follows that has been described as a bizarre incident during a devotional exercise at the Oberlin High School in St. Andrew. In a statement, Mrs. Harrison said steps must be taken by the ministry to ensure devotional activities remain in Jamaica's schools.
As an association, we continue to keep under scrutiny all matters education. The principal acting at Oberlin has provided the nation with the explanation of yesterday's occurrence. We note the minister's response to the situation and await the details concerning same. Devotions are a provision made by law as reflected in the Education Act 1965. While guidelines may be suggested, as a Christian nation, every effort must be made to ensure the retention of this critical activity. School is about preparing the entire man.
Unwilling persons to serve on school boards continue to be a concern for Education Ministry, says Portfolio Minister. The unwillingness of persons to serve on school boards continues to be a concern for the Education Ministry. There have been questions about the manner in which persons are appointed to school boards and that some persons on board are politically connected. When asked what the Education Ministry is doing to change the situation, Education Minister Favor Williams indicated that it is a challenge to get persons to serve on the boards.
Not a lot of people want to come forward and serve on boards. It is tough to get people to serve on school boards. We're trying to elevate the stature of school boards. The budget at the ministry is well over $100 billion. Our school boards make important decisions about hiring and firing of teachers and so on. Not a lot of people want to step forward on those boards. We have to utilize currently our members of parliament who know the people in the communities, who can encourage the people to go on boards. Sure, the incidents that surfaced had to do with one person being on multiple boards in a particular area. We'd love to see different people step forward and be on our school boards. Since I have been there, we have ensured that our boards are more properly trained. Over the last 2 years, we've had more sessions for boards to bring them up to speed in terms of their responsibility, the regulations under which they operate. We have ensured that all our school boards are constituted on time with the requisite persons.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell.